John Aiso was a man who grew up in a house. His father was a gardener. And on the wall, he told this story later, on the wall in his home was, that his parents put up, a picture of Jesus and Abraham Lincoln. So that's the environment. Now these are his Issei parents, but that's the way they raised their children. He excelled academically, was on the debate team, and was well known already as a teenager. He had made a name for himself. He was elected student body president of his junior high school, and then the school principal abolished the position of student body president because this is in the late 1920s in the Los Angeles area. The parents wouldn't stand for having a Nisei in a student leadership position. That was the environment that he grew up in. He was a few years older than most of the other MIS Nisei, and went off to Brown University, Harvard Law School. I think he felt the Nisei had to make a conscious decision. Is this our country or is this not our country? And I think he had that kind of a lawyer's mind. And he understood that America was not perfect. He certainly had felt that personally himself. But he also thought that you just have to decide which side of the fence you're on. And he later, in a speech after the war to a veterans reunion, made a remark about compared the Nisei to the cherry trees in Washington, D.C., which had actually been donated by the Japanese government many years before. They're of Japanese origin, but rooted in American soil. So he didn't deny his heritage, but he was able to somehow find a way to blend his Japanese background from his parents with his true blue Americanism. And he told me an interesting story. I don't know if it's true or not, but he said after the war, when Aiso became a judge in Los Angeles, that Nisei, if they had a traffic ticket, would do anything not to appear before Judge Aiso, because he knew that he would be extra strict on the Nisei. And as I reflected on that later, I thought that's actually, to me, a telling anecdote, that Aiso set very, very high standards for himself and also very high standards for the Nisei. He was a very no-nonsense individual, but he didn't demand anything of someone else that he didn't demand of himself.